By sports, Nottingham Forest 1, Arsenal nil. What has happened, man? Oh my god, man. We have gone out like a fucking wet fart, mate. Look at my hair. That is that. I'll keep my hair. I should keep my hair like that, looking like a dickhead all fucking little fucking video, mate. Because you know what? The worst thing is how we finished this season. You know, we've bottled this season. Um, Ahead most of the season. It is what it is. We got to take the positives. I've said all this and that, but this game, just you see a team that just are heartbroken. I think you've seen the team. Like, I feel a bit sorry for the boys as well, and that I'll get onto other stuff in this game in a sec. I feel sorry for the boys and stuff as well because I know this is a young group of players that haven't won much, if anything, and they've had it snatched after a really good season, had it taken away from them, and they've just, like, you can see they're out of ideas, they're tired, all that sort of stuff. We haven't had the rotation that other teams have. Not to say we shouldn't have won the league with the team we had, but it just shows like what happens. But like, listen, we can strengthen in the summer and keep going. Um, just yeah, man, pile on the abuse, pile on the banter. We have to take it. Anyone does in this position, but like it makes it easier because everyone needs, just for me, everyone focus on their teams, and it's all well and good now laughing at Arsenal. I'll take the bants, yeah, but like Tottenham, Chelsea fans and that bantering us, and it's just like they're using that to cover up how bad their season have been. This, like, alright, cool. The biggest thing is bottling the league, right? But Spurs fans to be laughing, your bottle jobs, you've bottled the league, when they bottle one, they bottle everything, and two, they bottled top four this season worse than we bottled the league, like points wise, and the teams that that have gone above them compared to who's gone above us, like it's crazy to me. But listen, they're gonna have their banter. This is the one. Do you know why I know Tottenham are gonna give us the most banter in that? Because they were suffering all season, scared, man. These guys couldn't sleep at night thinking we're gonna win this league. Yeah, so they've got like, it's almost like that joy. So you know when you concede like in the 89th minute and they've equalised and you get that real down thing, and then you score a minute later, a bit like what happened with Liverpool and Tottenham, and then boom, that feeling is even better than any other feeling. So listen, they can have it. Everyone can give us the banter. Um, I'm gonna do an end of season review show anyway, where I'll talk about if I think we had a better season than certain other teams and stuff. I think there's still more to find out before we know who's had the better season. Um, but if I'm honest, if everything stays how it is and no one wins any more competitions, Bar City, like if Man United don't win the FA Cup, I'd say the only two teams to probably have a better season than us. Well, Man City definitely had a better season than us, and I'd say the only other team to have probably a better season than us is Newcastle United. I don't think anyone else has had a better season than us. At the end of the day, it is about trophies. Man United won the Carabao Cup. I hear that, but they would have bottled the FA Cup final if they don't win the FA Cup. If they win the FA Cup, they've had a better season. The reason I'd say not is because they would have bottled it to Man City in to give them the treble. Because let's be honest, they're going to win the Champions League. Um, but that's also to be decided. And also, I mean, for where we are, Arsenal Football Club, and it's, I think in a wide thing of football, they've probably had a better season. But if you're talking from an Arsenal fan, if you told me what I would have rather had at the end of this season, a Carabao Cup and fighting for that top four with the last few games, because the last two games, they're going to get top four, but they could drop out of top four with the last two games, or I'll give the players experience in getting that title race, being in that title race and not getting it, or whatever. I think that we've had the better season, I think, personally. But it's up for debate and everyone's going to have their own thoughts on it. And that maybe this is a sort of question you need to ask a neutral fan. At the end of the day, I can't argue with people saying it's Man United as well, because at the end of the day, winning trophies is the most important thing. But yeah, um, I'm off that. Onto the game anyway. Shocking, shocking, shocking. We didn't lay a glove on them. Attacking wise, we had nothing. They got that one goal. That's all they needed, and then they defended for their lives. They needed to get safety. You're facing it is a tough game when you think about it. You're away from home against a team that know if they win the game, they get saved in the league against a team that know they've lost the league. Like City would have to lose, but it's not happening. No, we've lost the league, are down, and that is such a hard game for the players to get up for. But they should have done better, of course. We don't accept that, but Nottingham Forest done their job. They just defended for their lives. We didn't lay a glove on them. They had their men back. They done what they had to do. Congratulations, Nottingham Forest. I'm happy for Nottingham Forest staying in the league. They're a team that I wanted to stay in the league. But they got their goal. A bit luck with their goal, but it is what it is. It was early enough for Arsenal to change shit. First of all, Arteta has to take responsibility for this game. I don't know what the fuck he was trying this game, but listen, he tried something, it didn't work. I just don't want to see it again. You can try shit, it fucks up. We go again. But not starting Kieran Tierney, I'm very, very surprised that I don't know what's happened there. People jumping on this thing of we don't know what's happening behind the scenes, right? So everyone going, oh, Smith Rowe's going to leave. Oh, Arteta and Smith Rowe. Oh, just calm down. We don't know what is going on behind the scenes. We don't know what his fitness levels are saying. We don't know if there's still a little twinge in his injury and he's not 100%. And Arteta's thinking, I don't want to risk him because next season I want to give him a proper pre-season. Next season I want him to be back stronger than ever. We have to be patient with it. If it comes to next season and he's still not playing and not getting a sniff, then we can go on a bit of a tangent. But I think, for me, I think he should have got more minutes. I'm not going to say he shouldn't have. I think he should have come on yesterday and that. He looked pissed on the bench. But I remember people saying the same thing with Martinelli. Oh, Martinelli, we're going to lose him. Arteta don't want to play him. Then he signed a new contract. Now he starts pretty much every game that he's available. So, we need to just be cool with it and stop being, we're very as fans, we react a lot, to situations. I feel like when we don't wait and look at the bigger picture, sometimes we just react to, because bad results have happened. If we were winning all these games, no Arsenal fan would be going, Smith, rah. Do you know what I mean? No one would be saying this, yeah? Reece Nelson, people are jumping on this thing of Reece, he deserves better, no wonder he was. Well, I'm hearing he's signing a new contract, and if he does sign a new contract, then what does that mean? That's what I think. As an Arsenal fan base, it's been a hard thing, but we can't be too rattled and go too far with the shit, because then we give rival fans exactly what they want, and that's us falling apart. Yeah, we can sit there and say, cool, give us the banter, we'll see next year, worry about your club, we worry about ours. We give the banter when it's them, so we got to receive the banter, because all them rival fans know the same thing, that Arsenal have been excellent this season, bar the end of the season, that little running and they were all scared and they were all shook and they were all fucking terrified, mate. Yeah, and if we add the correct signings in the summer, we're going to be a problem again next year. So listen, we got to just stay calm and go with it. We're all disappointed. We're all vexed. We're all pissed. You know what I mean? It was disgraceful. The way we finished the season's been pretty disgraceful, and I think this is showing the lack of maturity and experience in our squad. I think that's what is shown this end of the season. And yeah, man, it's the thing is I can't even get mad because I'm just drained. Even my fantasy football, everyone goes, as Arsenal capitulated, my fantasy capitulated. I was top of the. I've done an Arsenal. I was top of the league all season, because when that started happening, I started really not wanting to watch football, man. Not wanting to talk about football and stuff. Obviously I do still talk about football and that, but I was really put me down, man. It's really put me down, man, this season, the way it's ended. But listen, we go again next season. Man City are an elite team. They're an amazing team. Coming second to them. We could just applaud how good they are. It is what it is. Fair play, well done, congratulations, Man City on another league. If they win the treble, they're one of the two best teams to ever play the game in the Premier League. Them and Man United, you can't compare them. Different generations, different teams. You can't compare them. The same way I feel like when the same way for me, teams is the same as players, right? For me, players once they reach a level, get put in a bracket. Maradona, Pele, Ronaldo, Fat Ronaldo, Messi, all these guys, yeah, Ronaldinho, all these guys get put in this category for me of legendary, yeah, iconic. Zidane's in there. You can't compare these players. Like, they played in different eras, they played in different times, they played in different positions, they played in different teams. All this stuff, you can't compare them. Of, in my opinion, who's better, who's not better. I think it then comes down to personal preference. You might prefer the way they play football, or they play football, or what it is. That's how I see the thing of who's the best. I don't think when someone's made the same amount of achievements, you can't really say if it's better. If Man City go and win the next one, they've got 4, then yes, they are the best team. Because I'd say they're probably doing shit that no other team's done. You could probably change it. Or if they win a quadruple or something, or they win another treble, stuff like that. But for me, you can't really compare it. And all these people comparing it, first of all, it hasn't happened yet, the treble. And second of all, a lot of people didn't even watch them seasons. I'm not even a United fan. I don't know why I'm defending United, but I'm just talking real football. Like, no one, like, I can't remember watching that Man United team. I've watched highlights on them. I've watched documentaries on it, on the treble team, but it's not the same as when you're watching it live and you see who they're playing and you know about how good teams are. The physicality is different than to now. Would how many of them City players would have survived back then? Would Jack Grealish survive back then, in the sense of, like, he'd get taken the fuck out a lot, like. So yeah, for me, you can't compare that. But that's off of Arsenal. I don't know why I'm going on about that. But anyway, the season's come to an end. We've got one more game. It is what it is. We better win our last game. That's when I'm gonna be pissed if we don't win our last game. And yeah, we go again next season, man. Bring in the right signings, Arsenal, please. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Comment if you agree or disagree, or what you think about what I've said and the season as a whole and the game. Yeah, that's about it. Unbiased Sports. Peace.